Hello and welcome to Newegg TV. My name is Anthony and today we're taking a look at the In-Win BUC ATX computer case. On the front of the box here shows obviously the name and then some of the standards that it works with. 120mm fans, water cooling ready, tool-free installation, USB 3 ready, USB 2 ready, eSATA, ROHS compliant, and solid-state drive ready. On the side, give some basic specifications about sizing, fan size, whatnot there. On the back, shows another picture of the box. And then on the other side, some of those same specifications, but with some pictures. But we're going to go ahead and open it up and see what we have. So now that we got all the plastic and everything off of it, you can see it's a real nice looking case. Right up front, the first thing that you see is the I/O area. So you have two USBs, microphone and headphone jacks, eSATA, and your power button. On this side you have your reset button. But down below it you got three 5 1/4 bays. All you have to do is pull those two tabs in, that comes right out. So for real easy installation. Right below that you have your 3 1/2 bay. Same idea, two tabs, that comes out, you install your drive, you're good to go. And then down below that, we have a mesh area, and it looks like it's for one of the 120mm fans that they were mentioning on the box, but we'll check that out more when we get inside. Now on the side, this is where it really gets interesting. Right over here, you see that we have access to some drive bays. It's got a lock, and then I'm assuming that the key is going to be inside right now, but this gives you access if you need to swap out a drive but don't want to take apart the whole case. Because obviously over here, you see we have another mesh area with room for two 120mm fans. Spinning it around to the back, you can see that we have a very bright 120mm fan back here. Right above it, we have your water cooling grommets. Right back here, we have a loop back USB 3 connector, 7 PCI expansion slots, and then bottom mounted power supply, and then your access to the filter is right back here as well. There is a screw in there, so we'll explore that in a minute when we look at the bottom. On the other side, basic setup, very clean black siding. So right up top, you have this tray here, which has your USB 3 connector. So the tray here, you can put your USB hard drives and such right there. Right above that, you have your, once again, very bright 120mm fan. Flipping over to the bottom, you of course see that we have the filter here for the bottom mounted power supply. One of the things you'll notice is it's got these standoffs for feet. That way it's got about a 1/2 inch of room for airflow at the bottom. Now this filter is removable and cleanable. Just slide it out, rinse it off, put it back in place. Now let's go ahead and open it up, see what we have inside. That slides off. Here's a better view of the inside of that hard drive cutout area, the locking hard drive cutout, and then your fan mounts on that mesh. Right off the bat, we see all of the built-in wiring. Let's see, for the front, for the top, all of that runs through right here. And then there's also these SATA cables that run to a backplane that we'll take a look at in a moment. We also see that we have a box here with some accessories. So let's have a look in there. Okay, so we have a Molex to fan connector, motherboard speaker, motherboard mounting hardware. It appears to be drive mounting hardware. We have some more drive mounting hardware with the rubber grommets. Drive mounting screws for 2 1/2 inch drives, or probably solid states in this case. Some zip ties for cable management. and then the keys for the hot swap bar hard drive bay on the side. So right up top here, you have your 3 exposed 5 1/4 bays and then 1 hidden. They all have these little quick connect adapters. So you pull these 2 things out, you slide your drive in, push them back into place, and voila, your drive's installed. Right below that here, you'll notice we have the exposed 3.5-inch drive bay. Same idea, but just a single toolless piece. Right below that, you have your 5 3.5-inch drive adapters down here. So with these trays, install it in there, slide it into place. Now real quick, you get in close, you'll notice it's got the holes right here for 2.5-inch installation, hence the smaller screws that we saw earlier. Now if we get a couple of these out, you'll notice that this case is actually equipped with the backplane, the SATA backplane for hot swappability. And so with that cutout on the side, everything just slides into this backplane and you can swap drives in and out at your leisure. Now on this back panel, you'll see that there's some motherboard standoffs built into the panel itself to give you better ventilation on the back of the board, and also a giant cutout for the CPU backplate to get even more cooling options. Now, every edge on here is a finished edge, so we don't have to worry about cutting yourself and routing cables or anything like that. And there's plenty of space back here for cable management. And as a matter of fact, on this side, you'll see there's a raised area as well to get you even more space. So that way when you have the big bundles of wires, you don't have to worry about stuffing them in there. Swinging around to the back, you'll see that 120mm fan, and then your PCI expansion slots with the quick releases. Just open up like that, close up again, they'll snap themselves into place. Coming down to the bottom, you can see the power supply exhaust area that we explored on the bottom as well with that filter. And then last but not least, swinging up to the top, where you see that 120mm fan. Well, that's been the unboxing of the In-Win BUC ATX computer case. My name is Anthony, and thank you for watching Newegg TV. We'll see you next time.